Once upon a time, gardens were thriving ecosystems managed with little disturbance to the soil. Before the era of gas-powered tillers and synthetic fertilizers, gardeners worked in rhythm with nature. They observed, learned from the land and practiced a method now largely forgotten: no-till gardening. Today, with mounting concerns about soil degradation, climate change, and the need for sustainable food systems, this ancient technique is making a powerful comeback, and for good reason: it builds living soil. What is living soil? It's a vibrant, interconnected web of microorganisms, fungi, insects, and worms. It's an underground city where each resident plays a critical role in feeding plants, breaking down organic matter, and protecting roots from disease. When you dig, till, or disturb this system, you destroy the very networks that sustain life. No-till gardening preserves and encourages this underground biology to flourish, which leads to healthier plants, more nutrient-dense crops, and resilient garden ecosystems. At Hydrohaven, we see this as not just a method, but a movement, a return to nature-first gardening that benefits your plants and, honestly, the planet as a whole. One of the most transformative benefits of no-till gardening is soil structure. You know, when you till or dig the soil, you break apart aggregates and expose delicate root networks and fungal threads. At first, the soil may seem light and fluffy, but repeated tilling destroys its long-term integrity. Rain compacts the disturbed soil, air escapes, and erosion sets in. Over time, the ground hardens and becomes lifeless. In contrast, no-till methods preserve soil porosity. Earthworms create natural tunnels, microbes bind particles together, and the soil becomes a sponge that retains water, resists erosion, and stays biologically active. Another key advantage is, well, the explosion of microbial life in undisturbed soil. Microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, nematodes, and protozoa, they all form these complex food webs underground. Each one actually plays a role in nutrient cycling, breaking down organic matter, releasing nutrients, and forming symbiotic relationships with plant roots. One of the most important players in this hidden world is mycorrhizal fungi. These microscopic threads, they extend far beyond root zones and help plants absorb water and minerals like phosphorus and zinc. But tilling breaks these hyphal networks. No-till preserves them, leading to stronger, more resilient plants with greater access to nutrients. Building living soil begins with covering it. Bare soil is a magnet for erosion, weeds, and compaction. In no-till gardening, we use mulch, compost, and organic matter to protect the soil surface and feed the organisms below. A thick layer of straw, shredded leaves, grass clippings, or aged compost prevents weeds from sprouting, conserves moisture, and slowly decomposes, enriching the soil naturally. This process is known as sheet mulching or lasagna gardening. Instead of turning the soil, you add layers on top, mimicking the forest floor where fallen leaves and decaying matter nourish life from above. Raised beds are another powerful tool in the no-till gardener's toolbox. In a raised bed, you control the soil structure from the start and can avoid stepping on and compacting the soil. Each season you simply add a fresh layer of compost or mulch without digging. Over time, your beds become darker, richer, and more alive with beneficial organisms. Even in containers, no-till principles apply. You want to disturb the soil as little as possible between plantings. Companion planting can supercharge your no-till garden by fostering plant partnerships that enhance soil health. Deep-rooted plants like comfrey or daikon radish break up compacted layers naturally, and legumes like beans and peas fix atmospheric nitrogen, making it available to neighboring crops. Aromatic herbs such as basil and thyme deter pests and attract beneficial insects. These plant combinations reduce the need for chemical inputs and, they really help promote a self-regulating system that becomes even more productive with each passing year. Getting started with no-till gardening doesn't require a total overhaul. Just a bit of a mindset shift. Begin by observing your soil. Is it dry, cracked, or compacted? Does water pool or run off after rain? These signs, honestly, point to lifeless or overworked soil. The first step is to just stop digging. Instead, lay down a thick layer of compost over your garden beds. If the area is weedy or grassy, you can smother it with cardboard, then cover that with compost, straw, or wood chips. Over time, the soil underneath transforms into a dark, rich, worm-filled haven. Selecting the right plants is just as important. Choose varieties adapted to your local climate and soil type. Perennials, native species, and deep-rooted crops are particularly well-suited to no-till systems. Plan your garden layout to minimize foot traffic and maximize soil protection. Keep paths clear and beds mulched. Using cover crops like clover or rye during the off-season is a great idea to fix nitrogen, suppress weeds, and prevent erosion, all while feeding the soil biology below. The long-term impact of no-till gardening honestly extends far beyond your backyard. By reducing tillage, you help build carbon in the soil rather than releasing it into the atmosphere. This actually contributes to climate mitigation efforts, while also increasing water retention and resilience against droughts. Plus, no-till systems support pollinators and beneficial insects by preserving habitat and avoiding chemical inputs. They also reduce the need for synthetic fertilizers, which, often leach into waterways and cause ecological damage. In short, no-till gardening is one of the most powerful steps a gardener can take toward a more sustainable and abundant future. At Hydro Haven, we believe the future of gardening lies in honoring the soil, not dominating it. No-till gardening is more than just a technique. It's a philosophy of respect for life, patience with natural processes, and trust in the resilience of ecosystems. Whether you're growing vegetables, flowers, or fruit trees, adopting this method will change not just your harvest, but how you see the world beneath your feet. If this guide helped open your eyes to the hidden world of living soil, take the next step. Subscribe to Hydro Haven, share this video with fellow gardeners, and let's spread the word about no-till gardening. Together we can rebuild soil, revive ecosystems, and grow a healthier planet, one undisturbed bed at a time.